Hello again, everybody. I'm Chris. I'm all set to count down this week's 40 most popular country songs in the nation as compiled by Mediabase 24/7 for the week of June 29th, 2024. Got two debuts on this week's chart, but before we get started, let's take a look back at last week's top three. At number 3 was Your Place by Ashley Cooke. Number 2 was I Had Some Help by Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. And the number 1 song last week was Take Her Home by Kenny Chesney. Now, where will Kenny be at on this week's countdown? We'll find out soon. First, we'll get started with the latest by the Zac Brown Band as they slip a notch to number 40, called Tie Up. Here's the first of our two debut tunes, coming in at number 39. It's a new one from Dylan Scott. It's his 9th top 40 hit called This Town's Been Too Good to Us. And for his second week, Chris Stapleton holds at number 38 with Think I'm in Love with You. Slipping 2 spots to number 37 is Matt Stale with Breaking in Boots. Holding at number 36 this week is Dylan Marlowe and once again Dylan Scott, their tune called Boys Back Home. Slipping a spot to number 35 in his 13th week on the chart, here's Chris Lane and Find Another Bar. Leaping 3 spots to number 34, here's Riley Green with Damn Good Day to Leave. And here's the second debut on the countdown this week, coming in at number 33. It's the follow-up to his recent number 1 hit, Halfway to Hell. Here's Jelly Roll with his 6th top 40 hit, I Am Not Okay. We had 2 debuts this week, so we say goodbye to 2 droppers. Falling Out is What You See is What You Get, and Rodeo Man. On with the countdown, up a notch this week to number 32 is George Burge with Cowboy Songs. Up 1 to number 31 is Kane Brown and Marshmello with Miles on It. In his 11th week in the countdown, he's up 1 to number 30, Dierks Bentley with American Girl. At number 29, up 1, Thomas Rhett with Beautiful As You. Holding steady at number 28 is Zach Top with Sounds Like the Radio. Leaping 2 spots to number 27, it's Dan and Shay with Bigger Houses. Holding at number 26 this week, Brett Young with Dance With You. Slipping a spot to number 25 in their 25th week in the 40, here's Parmalee with Gonna Love You. Leaping 3 spots to number 24 is Dasha with Austin. Slipping a spot to number 23, it's Keith Urban with Messed Up As Me. Trading places with Keith, moving up to number 22, is Luke Bryan with Love You, Miss You, Mean It. Holding steady at number 21, his 20th week on the chart, Justin Moore with This Is My Dirt. In his 18th week in the countdown, he holds at number 20, Tim McGraw with One Bad Habit. Slipping back a spot to 19, here's Lainey Wilson with Hang Tight Honey. At number 18, moving up 1, it's Shaboozey and a bar song, Tipsy. At number 17 again this week, 38th week on the chart, here's Megan Moroney with I'm Not Pretty. Holding at number 16 this week, Dustin Lynch and Jelly Roll with Chevrolet. Slipping back 2 spots from 13 to number 15 is Chase Matthew with Love You Again. At number 14, moving up 1, Luke Combs with Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. At number 13, moving up 1, Drew Baldridge and She's Somebody's Daughter. Here's last week's number 1, tumbling to number 12 this week, Kenny Chesney with Take Her Home. Here's the song that's been on the chart the longest at 47 weeks. It's up a notch to 11, Carly Pearce and Chris Stapleton, We Don't Fight Anymore. Alright, leading off our top 10 this week, Cody Johnson, as he moves up 1 to number 10 with Dirt Cheap. At number 9, moving up 1, Chris Young with Young Love and Saturday Nights. Here's a recent number 1 hit, down 3 spots from number 5 to number 8, Jelly Roll and Halfway to Hell. Up 2 spots to number 7, it's Nate Smith with Bulletproof. At number 6, up 2 spots, Jason Aldean with Let Your Boys Be Country. At number 5 this week, up 2 spots, Brian Martin with We Ride. Here's a former number 1 holding steady at number 4 this week, Bailey Zimmerman and Where It Ends. Leaping 3 spots to number 3 this week, Morgan Wallen and Ernest with Cowgirls. Well, Morgan has back-to-back hits this week inside the top 3. He joins Post Malone with this week's number 2 song, I Had Some Help. And the number 1 song in country music this week, taking 27 weeks to get here. This moves up 2 spots to number 1, becoming her very first number 1 country hit. Congratulations to Ashley Cooke and the song Your Place. That is our countdown of the 40 most played country hits this week. Join me again next week. We'll count them down once again and find out who's got the number 1 song in country music.